all the parts now separated. The reds, which I had to use 2 trays, the dark red, the grays, or the light grays you call it, all the black parts, and the pink. And quite frankly, I believe these 4 are going to probably be omitted. Not to mention the parts that go, I believe this one, let me see, is that, I think, yeah, this was it. Especially this one right here that goes right through it. I think it goes like right there, right? Or no? Yeah or nay? No, this does not belong to that. Must be some other part. What's it? This one? Oh yeah, I think it's this one right here. One's different from the other. There we go. Yeah, I gotta start reviewing the manual and finding out what parts will be exposed, what's not exposed. Can I do, like, put them all together and then take them apart easily? I highly doubt that will be the case, especially since this is not a Gundam kit. We're used to Gundam kits where it's easy to take apart. I don't know how well the Hasagawa is going to be. Not to mention the fact that there may be parts that are going to be permanently put on together, and then I may have to end up masking it, painting it first, like priming it, then masking it for painting, and things like that. I'm not a big fan of that, but I got to do it anyway. So I'm going to be reviewing all the manual for figure out which one to begin. I was just going to begin by the arms, and then work from there. I just need to now begin removing each part to clean them up. I also, I just had it there. So like I mentioned, I have like a sanding sponge. This is very mild, and what I'll do is I'm going to like lightly sand it a bit. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, after I finish cleaning it up, removing whatever imperfections I can find, I will also give it a bath of cold water and detergent, let it dry, and then begin from there. So let me begin cleaning these up and see how it looks, and then we'll see if there's some pre-assembly that is required. Okay, so right now I'm building the head and arms of this mobile suit, of this mech. This first section here is to put in these 2 parts together, this black part and this pink part. And there are little black parts that goes on this, which I didn't take out yet because obviously they're going to be painted separate. Reviewing it, there is this little detail here where it's supposed to be black going around it, and supposedly a black line going around this. I don't know if it's going to, maybe I'll use a panel line marker or whatever. I may have to take this apart so I can paint it separately, because I don't know. Do I have to paint this whole thing pink? Depends on my how it looks. Yeah, because the entire face mask is a pinkish tone, as you could see there. That may not be a problem, but surprisingly, it comes with a gray part, and I think this is maybe in line with if Hasagawa is going to make the another version of this, like the green version, and they have it in gray instead of pink. So I just wanted to show you that. Now, these are the frame that is supposed to be part of the arms. It has these little triple Gatling guns, which I need to assemble and to connect for this. I also finish putting this one together and to sand it down so that way it looks okay. Yeah, there's a seam. I can probably get rid of it. This is not going to be a problem removing the seam line. And it's not going to be a problem taking it apart. I'm going to explain why. So, okay, you have this, right? Now, I thought I didn't have to paint this, but you do, and there's reasons why. When you put this one on, this part right here is exposed, while this side is not. It's going to be closed up. Now, I was test fitting these two parts, and you can feel the resistance because the minute you squeeze it in there, it's going to lock into place. So that's good in one way, but that's not good if you want to clean it up and paint it up. So what I did was I took the hobby knife, I lightly cleaned up the holes here, so I can then slide these two in like so. This way, once I figure out all this out, and because I'm going to sand this out first, clean it up, then put it back together and glue it on. Clearly I need to paint this black, and I don't know if there's black around this or that. I gotta look at the manual. But then we have the part that I was just talking about here, this. It goes right through here. I also glued this one together. That one goes right there. Again, cleaned up, plus this is part of the arm. So that's good. And then we have the part that makes up the hands. Where did I put it? I just had it here a minute ago. Oh, right here. So this one had to be glued on too. Let me clean this up a bit. I'm getting a kick out of these little fingers. It reminds me of like those little weird manipulator hands that you would see in diving belts, or you know, those pressure suits that divers use when they go underwater. They'll have like a little bit of like little grabby finger hands. There's a seam line there, but I'll take care of it in a minute. So that one goes there. That one goes there. And that one goes here. I don't think you need the part specific to fingers, it doesn't matter. And then you just squeeze it in there. There is a poly cap inside, so it's glued on. There's detail there. So that is what the hand looks like. Or the arm looks like. That's actually really neat. And then clearly I can take these two out. I can pop that out easily. Let me see if I can pop it out. Come on. Yep. This one's a little bit tough because, there we go. This is going to be tough to pull out because once I glue these on, I don't want it to, you know, expand out and break. But I don't think it's going to be a problem, depending on the angle you push it in. I think what I'm going to probably end up doing is, after cleaning it up, I'm going to paint the whole thing black, and then mask off this line here and here. And by the way, sand this down. There is a seam line right there. But mask that down. Maybe put some cotton or tape in here, you know, like something to, yeah, kind of ball there and there. Paint the whole thing red, and then put it back together. There you go. So let me continue on with the other arm, We'll move on to the next part. Alright, so I just assembled the feet, which is actually very, very easy to do. Good detail here, good. There's a lot of real estate for cleanup and detailing if you want. So this is good to keep that to the side. I was actually thinking, even though it is very light, I was actually thinking of popping this out and putting in waders on it. Give it a little bit more, balance. I'm slowly considering that. Now, in this section here, this is actually continuing. This is actually the thigh armor. And I decided to put this together because the gray part, other than this part here, which is a connection, is not exposing anywhere. I did the same setup. Give me a second here, where I opened up the holes a bit. Right now I can take this off easily. I just need to sand it down, then re-glue it again, so that way I can smooth this whole thing out. So these two are done and getting ready for this. It's the big one that's going to be the issue here. So we have this plate and this plate, followed by this connector here. Excuse me. No, the other way around. I'm going to do a partial here. And that goes there, I believe. Let's make sure it's not a different leg. No, they're all the same. So both each. But it's this one where I believe, because that's the connector for this, that's fine. And that's a big leg, as you could see. But this one, there are two poly caps that goes right there. So once I put this all together, it's done. This is not going to be as simple as me taking it apart and putting it together again. So I'm going to have to clean this up very well. I don't know what this other part here is. It's like a cover. The next page. Yeah, it's like a cover in the back end area. This part can be put on extra, which is the no, not that, not that. This one, that's the shin armor that goes right there. That can probably, well, I can take it out to repaint it. That's not a big deal. Because there's these other extra details that's around here and here that can be put on separately for the detailing of this. Oop. Okay, that's interesting. Let me clean this up and see how it looks. Alright, so right now I am in the room. Let's do that again. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so right now I'm in the middle of building the airframe, or the cockpit, you could say, of the Queadluun Rau. The inside looks really nice and good detail too. There's other detail that goes here, especially like a display monitor. So when you put the figure here, it'll show. You have to put the
helmet there. It would have been nice if Hasagawa would have thought ahead of this and maybe made a 1/72nd scale of this figure, so that way it can be put outside and not inside. Yeah, because that and the legs, I don't know if the legs are supposed to be sticking through here. I haven't built the bottom part yet. And by the way, this is massive legs. These are huge. They're bigger than a high grade. This is not a high grade, but this is a good 1/44 scale example. But they're around the same height size as a master grade. So imagine this, and then more after that. So yeah, I was also working on building assembling these, testing them out. And I know you get 6 of these black discs, because one goes on the inside, the other one goes on the out. And then you have the backpack one, the massive, thruster backpack, which also has another set of this. So I gotta clean up the little nubby things on each one of these, and not assemble. I'm gonna assemble it, yeah, so we can see how it looks overall. And then taking it apart, not a big deal. Same holds true with this. I have to say, this is the most unique set of arms I've ever seen. I did spend a lot of time getting rid of the scar marks and nub marks on this. So anyway, let's do this for a second. Yeah, there's no lines, there's no anything around it, and it's very simple. Not that much of mobility. Okay, I could do this and do that, right? The little fingers, cool. And of course you can take the whole thing apart. So these are ready. This one I gotta clean up here. I'm very impressed with Hasagawa's cleanup. Very little area of cleanup here. This part is one of the weaponry that goes in here, which can be there's a black part inside. And the reason why I'm showing this is because there's so much space in this kit. You can pretty much put in an LED lights anywhere. First of all, LED lights can be funneled through there for the little beam weaponry. I think this is a beam weaponry, I'm not sure. That's one. You also have this part. This is part of the helmet, which I did take this take the other part of the mask off. Where have I put it? Oh, yeah, here it is. Yeah, I took it off because I'm going to have to paint it up a bit. But that goes there. And that goes there. And there's a little part that goes here. So, with the remaining parts that goes around it, this will go up so you can show the inside of the cabin. So, this is pretty much easy to remove and paint separately, especially this part here, because I have to remove it so I can paint the black parts. There's a clear part that goes right here. I don't know what in the world that is. I'm going to end up painting it black and maybe giving it more detail, but again, you could probably drill a hole and put an LED light in there. That would be great, because it's remember, you only get 3 clear parts. The one that goes right here, and the one that goes here and here. I'm not going to put them on because, I can put this one on right here if I want. That goes there, I believe. I could be wrong. I don't even know which one is which side. But then there's a clear part that goes right on top of it. So that can be fun. Again, a lot of spacing here because it's huge. Yeah, and then the when we get to this point, this entire backpack area, you could probably squeeze in a battery in there. Now I'm gonna put these on first. I believe that one goes like that here. That one goes right here. Then we have this part that goes right there. Oop, hold on. Yep, that goes there. That goes there. And let's do this for fun. This arm goes there. We want to make sure this is right. Yep, that's right. All right, turn it down a bit. This one goes here. This is stiff, so you gotta be very careful. But that's fine. That is good. I like that. Then I'm guessing it has to be like around there. So, wow. All right. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing here, and I hope you guys are enjoying it too. So let me continue cleaning it up, and then we'll do a final review and put it together. We'll put it together. We'll get a final review of it, and then we'll go from there.